Christmas is a week away, which is absolutely mind-blowing to me, but I want to talk about December 26th. December 26th is one of my favorite days to go out and save a ton of money. Well, I spend a ton of money to save a ton of money. So it kind of depends how you look at it. But on December 26th, as you guys all probably know, all the Christmas stuff goes 50% off. And a lot of people think that's like decor, wrapping paper, paper goods, things like that. It is personal items, toothbrushes, toothpaste, things that we use every day. We don't care if it's in a Christmas package. So let's go around the stores today. I'm going to show you for things to look out for. And if you are really wanting to go into the year saving money, set aside some budget. I go big. I spend about $100, maybe more sometimes. We'll see. We'll see what we do this year. I do set aside quite a big budget for this because the stuff I buy on December 26th, I use throughout the whole year. I'll buy kids gifts for like birthday parties, like those last minute, oh mom, I forgot I have an invitation in my backpack and there's a party tomorrow. I buy a lot of gifts for like things we can give out for that kind of stuff. And then a lot of body wash that we use every day. The scented Downy Bees, those are like some of my favorite. If they're like a holiday scent, they usually go 50% off. So let's go roam around the store. I'll show you for things to look out for. So if you're like, hey, I need chapstick anyways, I don't care if it's peppermint candy cane scented, let's go score it for 50% off. So December 26th, one of my favorite days to save money. I literally hit the stores. I'm there at 6 a.m. when they open. But let me go show you. I've been doing it for like 3 or 4 years. Let me go show you the things that always get missed. And if you are really wanting to go into the year saving money, December 26th is how we do it. Also, if you like want decor, wait. I'll tell you what to wait on and what to like buy now. Like body wash kits, buy now. And a lot of the times we can like stack other offers. Like I bought a rebates. There was one year I literally got paid to take stuff out of the store. Like $40 value. Like I got paid $40 to take stuff out of the store. It was insane. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go. Okay, first up is Walmart. I always am at Walmart at 6 a.m. because they have everyday low prices and then you tack on the 50% off. Best deals. Okay, these are the number one things that I grab every year. So they're only going to be $5 and they come with like full-size product anyways. Most of them are $5. Like these ones will be $7.50. Those ones will be $5. Old Spice always goes the fastest. I can never get more than 1, maybe 2. That's probably my husband's favorite. But the one that I've always been able to score are these, the Axe Winter Games, I guess is what they're going with this year. They're a 40% savings anyways, and then you get a free like little bonus item. So for $5, you're getting 3 full-size product and a small product. And then here's another item I always grab, toothbrushes. My kids bite their toothbrushes like every young child does, so we always go through these like crazy, and these are going to be $5 for 3 toothbrushes, so I'll grab one for each kid. This stuff I wait on until it goes 75% off. You don't need an ugly sweater every year. If you already have one, skip it all together. Candy I'll usually skip unless it's something I'm going to eat like every day. Like Hershey Kisses I'll usually grab. This kind of stuff I'll usually pass. However, I will try to find like themed items that we are going to eat anyways, like this. Might have young kids, so fruit snacks, my kids are going to eat these anyways. I might as well grab them while they're 50% off. And in this like stocking stuffer section, this is where I always grab gifts for like those last minute birthday parties. Like this thing was $5, it'll be $2.50. The Bluey kit I think is going to be about $3. And then also in this area is another good place to look for like the packaging for like body wash kits. You're gonna get full-size kits for 50% off. The food I skip on because, again, we're probably detoxing, but like seasonings and little things like this, I will probably grab because I'm going to use them anyways. For example, this is really, really fun. We actually got this one year. It's just like a dip mix, and then we just mix it with a bunch of sour cream and had like a dipping party, and for $5, it was well worth it. And then another thing to look out for is like this is gonna be $1.50. It doesn't have an expiration date, and normally if it has like a jar with a number on it, it means it won't expire until once it's open, and then that's when like the clock starts ticking. So I always just look for like expiration dates if it's something I'm going to like use the following year. Same with these Burt's Bees. This is like gonna be a super fun gift, and it doesn't expire for like 3 more years, so I could probably even save it for next year. Same with things like these, just check for expiration dates, and if they have like a little jar symbol, I'll post a picture here. It means it's not going to expire until once it's opened. And then like things like this I can use every day and like give to my friends. They're gonna appreciate that. And again, always on the lookout for body wash kits. Another thing I like to do is I like to break these up, and if let's say my husband uses one product and doesn't like the other, I can donate. These things you do not need. I promise they will always go down to 70% off. Now, tape is kind of a funny hit and miss. Some stores mark it down, some stores don't. If it has a little bow, it's worth scanning with your Walmart app because I've gotten them for 50% off before. Now, candles are a good thing if you have the room to store for next year. Like this one is only $2 currently. They're kind of already starting to mark down the clearance, as you can see, because they're getting ready already to put in Valentine's Day stuff. And again, just scan everything with the Walmart app and it will tell you if it's included in the 50% off sale. Little toys like this is usually always included. I like to score like these little like Lego sets or little Play-Doh things that are kind of holiday themed, and that's something that my elf on the shelf will bring for the following year, and it helps me because I got a 50% off and then my kids are super ecstatic about it. Keep an eye out for blankets because a lot of the time the blankets will go 50% off and they aren't even like holiday themed or looking. Like this is a very neutral blanket and it's already, as you can see, being marked down, and come again December 26th we're going to mark it down even further. So always scan the blankets, Christmas pillows, things like that. Here's another thing I like to grab. When am I not going to use Tupperware? I'll save it for next year, or I'll just use it just because I don't care what my lunch looks like. Razors are a good thing to grab 50% off. Wrapping paper, hold off. Do not buy until it hits about 75% off. Last year, the wrapping paper went down to 75% off. I think it was on like December 28th, so you're not waiting long. Like hold off for 2 to 3 days. Same with any decor, unless you're like absolutely dead set on this. Like these are really cute, but I'm not dead set on them. If I want them and they're 75% off, I'll think about it. Okay, second store. I did a peel lipstick sample and it blotted everywhere. Okay, so second store is Target. This is one I always go to. I don't like it as much as Walmart, but there's a lot of hidden stuff in Target. People always skip over. They don't realize that it's included in the sale. So one thing I will say with Target, Walmart, you have to scan everything with the app to see what's included in the 50% off. Target, you have to use the in-store scanners, which is kind of inconvenient, but it is what it is. Okay, so with Target, a lot of the times you walk down the aisle and then there's those caps and the holiday scents and gift boxes, things like that are going to go really, really fast. But what always gets missed is if you walk down the store towards the like back end caps, this kind of stuff always gets missed. So anything with like any type of holiday packaging, be on the lookout for. Like I said, these will go super, super fast, but if they are on the back end caps, they're going to get missed. Same with the sides. Always check the sides. Any holiday scent like this often gets missed. This is on like a back end cap. See that little holiday bit of a packaging? So again, with Target, you're going to have to take it to the scanner to scan to make sure that it's included in the 50% off. Some of the holiday packaging is pretty subtle, kind of like what you see here. Advent calendars get skipped over a lot because a lot of people think, oh, I'm not counting down to Christmas anymore, but there's a lot of good stuff in there, and if you're going to score for 50% off and use it anyways, you might as well look at it. Now, one of my favorite things to look for is holiday scented things like Bloom or these Premier Protein shakes. They're already starting to clearance, which makes me think I'm going to really score this for 50% off December 26th. Another thing worth scanning at the Target scanners are anything holiday scented. Now, last year, these did not go 50% off until December 28th, but it's worth the checking out, especially because when you're not going to need laundry care. And another tip, since you can only check the prices at the scanner, always check by the scanner, because a lot of the times people will scan and then they'll drop stuff kind of like in that little hole right there. I always score items where people don't want. Paper goods I can usually hold off on. However, these storage bags I usually grab because they're pretty hard to find good quality storage bags for 50% off. And don't forget about pet care. A lot of the times that the pet care stuff gets overlooked and it's 50% off, and it's usually sales on top of sales. I can score stuff for absolute low. Now, food usually only goes 30% off until the 28th, and then it'll go 50, and it kind of just varies. Like sprinkles I always grab because those stay good forever, and then other items like marshmallows and things like that I'll grab because we're going to eat them now. I don't care if it's holiday themed. And apparently making that video tired me so out because I came home and took a nap. But December 26th is the perfect time to score, especially on like personal care items and things like that. So if you want to go into the holiday saving money, set aside some budget, especially for personal care items. I mean, like I said, if you can score body wash for 50% off, I mean, in the kits, they're already like a really, really good deal anyways, and then you're going to just stack deals on top of deals. So I will see you early morning, December 26th, because the good stuff goes fast. But remember to be nice to all the workers. Don't be greedy and take more than you need. And a lot of the holiday scents, they're always like left over, and so a lot of the times I'll buy them and donate them to like local food banks or food pantries and things like that, and they don't care that it's sugar cookie flavored or scented. So if that's something you can do, I recommend it, and good luck. Let me know if you score.